Kyle Busch. And Jesse Love posting this earlier, talking about what Kyle meant to him. My first hero, the first driver I ever wanted to be like, and now to be in a position to go out and win, the ultimate tribute for Kyle. And Austin Hill, who will drive the 33 tomorrow night in the Coke 600. RCR is not going to run the 8 for the foreseeable future. They've switched it to the 33. Austin Hill drives tomorrow. And here is the statement he made. Quite simply, no one will ever replace KB. Both those drivers right where they need to be to go out and get a victory tonight.
Well, they're sitting in a great position right here. We saw Chastain. I don't know how much damage there is to the 9 car. I know he stayed out right here, but he had pretty good contact with the wall, and it looked to me like those other guys were able to stay off. So when we go back to a restart here, we're going to see exactly what kind of speed he has. And you know, Adam, it's been 5 hours since we started this race, and I mentioned, you know, you try not to have favorites up here, but it's hard not to pull for Jesse Love or Austin Hill, you know, knowing the fact that Kyle Busch, you know, was a part of that organization and what he meant to those two guys. Be a special win for either one of them.
No doubt.
Obviously, we've talked about the oil spill. First of all, did you see it? And second of all, how wild of a ride was that?
Yeah, I didn't see it, didn't know it was there, and I don't know if whoever blew up made smoke or anything, so I don't know if anyone really knew it was down there, but I seen the 54 take off in front of me, and we were both running the bottom, and yeah, I kind of got there and thought my right front went down first, and then, yeah, I want to apologize. The 20, the 19, and the 24, I think, was involved in that. I was kind of there, and the hole closed quickly, and yeah, not my intention to wreck anyone, but unfortunate for our Road Ranger Chevrolet team, and that our car was pretty decent. Obviously, everyone was really fast on the short run on new tires, and yeah, it just took me a little bit to get going, but I feel like we're going to turn it into a good night, and yeah, we're going to do some oil.
Thank you, Carla. I said we're going back down to Carla on pit road. She's obviously at the care center. She's been making a living down there here in stage 2. Other thing to point out, Brandon Jones involved in that crash.
He is kind of coming and going, like the visibility. No, is it necessarily raining right now? It's just like this heavy fog.
Yeah, you can see it in the lights up here. It's just damp. It's damp air.
Look at that.
Let's hear from William Sawalich and his team. The 18 scored 4th right now. But even when you guys were out there, we had moisture, you know, in the air, and we could
dry. As long as there's heat in it, you know, it can sustain.
So involved in that oil spill, how disappointing is it that your night ended this way?
Yeah, I mean, super disappointing, right? It's not good for us points-wise, and I felt like we were one adjustment away from being pretty solid. So yeah, really disappointing for my guys, Rowan Jacobs Racing, the 54 group, right? They worked so hard throughout the week, and for it to end this way is disappointing. But move on to Nashville, have a good Nashville, and then get some of those points back.
Cole Custer moving up all the way to the top of the track, probably just doing that on his own, trying to run as wide as you can, just keep the track as dry as they can.
Carson Kvapil with that 91. 3rd start he's had for Mario Gosselin this year. He's up there in 10th. The team car, Leland Honeyman, making his first start of the year back there in 16th. So a real good night for DGM.
We haven't gotten a whole lot of green flag racing.
That's right.
Vortex theory.
When we're debating the Vortex, you know something's gone bad.
Gone bad.
We've now hit the final lap of the stage. And we're still side by side because we did the choose, and then we never got to return to the green flag. Just a very bizarre,
very strange green. You're not going to put all these, you know, guys, Chastain, Love, Swallow, all these guys up front in a terrible position.
NASCAR is going to call.
Because you're not going to pit right now because the race, there's a possibility it could rain,
That's a
delay.
beautiful-looking car there that Chastain's got, though.
You know,
Reminds me of Dale
the weather
Earnhardt.
shouldn't be a factor in
the outcome.
You know,
right.
the outcome in case you don't go back. So
Well, this is weird. Side by side to end the stage under caution. I'm not sure I've ever
My money's on Chastain.
called one that way. Yeah, put it down on number 9. For Chastain, it's going to be his 12th career stage win. And he also won stage 2 last week at Dover. So he's been making the most of his time in that 9 car the last couple of weeks. You saw the results populate, and that was a little bit askew there because Jesse Love actually came across before Ross Chastain, but Chastain is the guy that gets the stage victory. Love was second.
I love the effort from Jesse Love right there.
Why not?
Scored the gas just right at the last second. Maybe.
Well, he came in second in points, and Allgaier's not going to get any stage points here, which is incredibly rare when you think about the 7 and how consistent they've been in the stages.
I think the most frustrating part, for us and the teams as you watch this, is if you look at a radar and you can see the green and okay, in 5 minutes it's going to be out of here, but there's nothing on the radar. You can't see it. It's kind of set in right now. I would say the visibility looks a little better now to me as I look out the window than it did a few minutes ago, but the moisture in the air that you see on the windshields of these cars is just not getting any better.
Going to bring him down pit road this time. I just looked out the window, and there's a lot of race fans. I mean, it's not like some huge crowd, right? But there's a lot of people that are still here. I just salute them for coming out as early as they did today, hoping the trucks would get their race that was rained out last night in this morning and hanging around tonight.